Hey, it's time for one of these. I was gonna do the third game of the next Moneymaker last week, but they did a chop. And you all know how I feel about chops. I was also gonna do the $1 million Sunday High Roller last week, but they did a chop too. And even though the basic prize pool had three guys earning over $100,000, I hate chops so much that I decided not to cover that one either. Also, it was a four-way chop. So, yeah, spineless. Absolutely spineless. Anyway, the guys this week were not spineless. So let's do a quick little shout out to all the people who came close to this final table. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Perfect. Now, to my fellow golf fans, Siwoo Kim there might jump out at you. um, I did look up the countries, as I always do. Siwoo Kim there is from the United Kingdom, so that's probably not the same golfer who I believe goes under the Korean flag. So I don't think that's the golfer. But that would be kind of awesome if he played ACR as some kind of a side hustle. All right, let's kick this off. They have pretty manageable numbers here. However, if we take a look at the big blinds, we've got some issues here. 6.8 big blinds, 10.6 big blinds, 14 big blinds. Yeah, we're not going to be eight-handed for very long here, I don't think. Chip leader Monte Cristo raises with the Jack King offsuit. That's to be expected. It's a min raise, so Knitting Nana might be thinking of calling with the 5-7 of clubs, but she is awfully short. Yeah, she's just going to wait for a hand to try and double up with. I think I would probably do the same at that point. We have two Harley Quinns at this table and four girls. At least four girl avatars. And again, I know nothing about these guys beyond their countries, so I'm just going to be referring to them as girls probably. I really had nothing else to go off of. Now, granted, Harley Quinn, of course, has a lot of male fans, so that's not exactly a massive tell or anything. But then there's the generic princess and like Marilyn Monroe or whatever that's supposed to be. Rays from Asia with the big stack. Toddler Kim with the even bigger stack and bigger cards makes the call. And now Putler from Bulgaria with jacks. And this is probably a decent all-in spot, honestly. Yeah, he's gonna do the thing that makes me question why I even bother commentating on these things. He raised everything but 75,000. What the hell are you doing? You're at a final table. Stop that. Just go all in. You're not stalling for anything. But yeah, that is the correct play to go all in there because there's 100,000 from Asya, 100,000 from Toddler Tim, and you got jacks. You don't really want to see those guys. You really don't want to play those post flop. So you'll just take whatever's out there, hopefully, and just be done with it. Now, not good for Borat, obviously, is loving the fact that he's got pocket jack. He's probably hoping that someone does call him. Knitting Nana with maybe a slight temptation to play the suited ace-7, but it's for most of her stack, too. And I don't think 13 win 13 is going to be playing this unsuited ace-5. So jacks get through. And yeah, I had to imagine he was looking for a call there. He's still only got 9 big blinds. It is kind of amazing how a really short stack has so much more fold equity when everyone is relatively short stacked. I mean, if we analog with the World Series main event, our chip leader Monte Cristo has 46 big blinds counting the ones she's already got in the pot. 46 big blinds is usually under the chip average in the World Series of Poker main event. And she's our leader. It's not much under the chip average, but, you know, it is slightly under the chip average. Aces!
Ah.
13 win has, I think, just barely enough that he might be able to get away with a min raise and try and extract a little more chips post flop. He does have two big stacks in the blinds. To go all in here would be a very risk-averse play. Okay, yeah, he is going to make the small raise, and Monte Cristo certainly with enough to maybe see a flop. She probably... Oh, wow, that's a disciplined fold. Asya also with a suited king might see a flop. She's going to see the flop. Ooh! Asya, you're in some trouble here. She can literally only win with diamond, diamond, or king, king. 6-6 isn't even good enough. But she is going to stick around. Nice bet size by 13, win 13. And it's kind of cool being a short stack and playing post flop because you know if you flop the world, you can keep betting small and you'll still be able to go all in on the river and have it be a reasonable looking bet. This is excellent bet sizing for 13 win. Asya, though, finally does get the message. She knows she's at least up against one ace. Turns out she's up against two aces, but well played by 13 win. Good discipline by Monte Cristo. Although, yeah, she certainly would have had interesting decisions post-flop as well. Asya not going all in. She's just forcing Borat there all in. Standard play, but good play. Nana looking for something good. 13 win now does not have to play the unsuited ace-5, but he will. Okay. Monte Cristo with Queen Jack. Monte Cristo's not splashing around too much. Borat with an awful decision here. Really feel for him here. He's going to fold it. Turns out he would have had 13 win dominated, but he had to be thinking, God, I only have 353,000. If I play here, 13 wins gotta call me. And ace-8's just not good enough to do that with. Now he's got a chance. Borat's got two nines. Or as I like to call them, pocket browns. Because no matter how much it seems on paper they should win, they always lose. Heck off, Monte Cristo. Well, now we know why she's playing so conservatively.
Because she has no guts.
Anyway, as we know, they don't actually end up doing a chop. Yeah, obvious all in there. 13 wins got a call. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, clubs. Nope. Pocket Browns have lost another hand. Sorry, Borat. Maybe you didn't know, but sometimes I know of what I speak. Very good run by Borat. But sure enough, as the name suggests, that was not good for Borat. Pocket nines aren't good for anybody. $435.60. I probably should have mentioned at the top of the video. $86 buy-in for the next Moneymakers. And you can see that half of it goes into the final round, which is walk for Nini Nuna. I think she'll take that. Final round is, let me just briefly check. Hopefully it doesn't screw up the video. June 4th. I don't think that screwed up the video. Raise from Asya with King Queen probably gets through, even though it's a min raise, but no one's really got anything. Unless Putler wants to get creative here. Nah. If they were deeper, maybe, but they're not that deep. Admittedly, there's not really a whole lot for me to add to the show by commentating on it. Although we've been at the 25k, 50k level for a while now, at least. I must have gotten to the final table as soon as that level started. De Cristo raises under the gun with 6s, gets the job done. We got Ace King against Jacks. As oh, and 9s. Holy smokes, we could have a double kill. I don't think Nana's going anywhere. That's just too much of a hand to fold in this spot. Yeah. 13 win might honestly fold this, with 2 all-ins in front of him. Nope, he's going to go for it. We got a triple all-in here. Let me press the pause button here. Looking good for the Jacks so far. The 9s are in pretty bad shape because they can't get runner 1 or clubs, because this time I have it has the ace of clubs. The 9s need a 9 or like a running 8, 10, something like that. The Jacks just need to stay ahead. Next card, 3 of clubs. This time I have it's looking pretty good. This time I have it has the second largest stack here, so she could win this entire pot. There's a small side pot there, of course. 13 win, only 59.6% to win this hand. Nana can only win with a 9. It is the Queen of Clubs! And a flush and a clean sweep for this time I have it. Knitting Nana stayed alive as long as she could. But that's going to do it. Pocket Browns lose again. And Knitting Nana will have to settle for 7th place. And $629. Holy crap! I was going to say everybody here has at least some chips. But 13 wins about to have no chips. I mean, with the blinds where they are here, there's no way in hell he gets away from that pre-flop. You know, normally I like to see people exercise caution with Ace-King, but here, when everyone's so short, yeah, he's drawing dead. You gotta just run with Ace-King here. So, more claps for 13 win. He did really well when he picked up those aces to extract as much as he could there. But that's about all we saw from him. 6th place. $822. Everybody else guaranteed 4 digits. But not 4 digits of profit, because 5th place is only $998 of profit. Right, so now we actually have a little bit of play here. But again, it's... you're either below the main event chip average or right around the main event chip average. And the blinds are seconds away from going up, no doubt. Toddler Tim deciding not to let the limp go through. When you're 5-handed and you have an ace in the big blind, that is probably the right thing to do. Yeah, there we go. Queens! We're actually seeing some big cards here. This one figures to probably not be too big a hand, though. I was thinking Monte Cristo might raise there, but she has been relatively conservative for a big stack. And now it's... honestly, it's anyone's game. You can't even really call anybody the chip leader of the short stack. Asya a little on the short side, but... I mean, she doesn't even have to double up to chip lead. She can just win a neat, sizable little pot and she'll be the leader. This time I have it, I don't know why she's taking her time with 2 6 of clubs. Thank you. A6 offsuit. Kind of ugly, but worth playing for a min raise. That flop is awful. I think both players are mentally done with the hand. Oh, no, Monte Cristo's going to make a bet. And as I said, she's been relatively conservative, so there's a little extra integrity to that bet, so well done. Kings for Asya. Maybe thinking of taking a chip lead on this hand. Putler. Unsuited ace 2. No. Monte Cristo, 9-6 of spades. Good call, this. Yeah. And she's just gonna go ahead and flop the joint. Must be nice. And she'll slow play it. Asia with kings probably doesn't love that flop too much, but, I mean, hey, it beats any flop with an ace on it, right? She is just going to check, and that turn card might help her save her tournament here, because, A, Monte Cristo doesn't have the nuts well, she didn't have the nuts. Jack 9 was the nuts, but you know what I mean. The straight could lose to a full house. She is going to bet it, though. And Asia now does not have to raise. She can just call. Any 10 beats her now. 5 of clubs is pretty much a brick, though. So whenever Monte Cristo bets, Asia's probably calling. If Harley on Harley violence here. She's thinking very deeply about exactly how much she wants to bet. And it's going to be half of Asia's stack. And sure enough, she has to call with the overpair. Can't really blame her for that one. Monte Cristo, nice bet sizing. And she is now a decent way ahead. Here comes the all-in, no doubt. Question is, does Asia think that the king high is good enough? I would not be shocked to see a call. Since we are five-handed and she just knows Monte Cristo's doing this with any 2 cards. She would happen to have live cards here. This is worth thinking about. Nick Schulman would call this a very cuspy spot. Oh, ace. That's it. That's it. Game over. Game over for Asia. Monte Cristo takes her down in 2 hands. 4 million chips for Monte Cristo. Asia takes 5th place and $1,084. Yeah, whatever. We can speed through this. Well, it's nice that she'll at least be on the table while the break is going on, so she can at least be there and comfy Harley Quinn. Long sleeve Harley Quinn. It's 2 degrees today. Yesterday was a wild, wild day around here. I finally got to experience one of those days in northern Ohio where my father says, if you don't like the weather in northern Ohio, wait 15 minutes. Yesterday was one of those days. We got a little bit of everything. Toddler Tim is also willing to be a complete freaking wimp. But we know they're not going to get away with this. Excuse me, let me do a Dr. Robotnik version of that. He's not going to get away with this! I love Dr. Robotnik. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm just a screwed up individual. I was not really planning on doing any more than one next Moneymaker final table, so this will have to be it. Well, the final, obviously.
As long as they don't chop.
If they chop at the Venom, I'm not covering that one. I'm serious. I hate chops that much. If you allow me to be off topic here for a little while. The Venom, ooh. Got shot for, this time I have it, nut flush draw for Toddler Tim. He's got the 6, so this time I have it's going to have a tough time here. Brick. The Venom is... This time I have it's probably just going to get rid of it here. It's just a gut shot. And she knows the only card she wins is with a 6. Yeah, that would have been way too loose. So, like, the Venom is the tournament that I would probably most understand a chop being done because the payouts are just so ridiculously top-heavy. But at the same time, it's also the spot that it's also the game that probably discourages the chops the most because that's the one game where you're actually live on Twitch being talked about by the ACR staff and resident pros. If you chop, they're probably going to call you out. You actually have people live watching you. I'm not one of them, of course, because I'll be, waiting to do my own take on it. Ace-9 versus eights. They do have a bit of chips now, so this doesn't have to be an all-in. But Putler does make a pretty sizable 3-bet. Just a call from the Ace-9, and that is a flop from a totally different deck for Toddler Tim. Putler can probably safely bet and just take it down here. And he doesn't go that big, he just goes quarter pot. But Toddler Tim has nothing to go off of there. Besides runner, 9-high flush draw, which would be good as we know, but just no. If you're chasing a runner, 9-high flush, just stop playing poker. Don't even read any books. Just stop. Another 3-bet. This time a smaller one from Putler with the 10s. This time I have it with 9-8 suited. Very pretty hand. Probably doesn't want to dump it, but that's a quarter for a stack that she has to put in there to see a flop. Good discipline. As it turns out, Putler had her totally crushed. Lots of clubs in play here. 6 of them out of the 8 cards. This time I have it with certainly a raisable hand, and she's probably about to get 3-bet again. Monte Cristo with ace-jack suited, 4-handed. Oh, wait, 7 of them are clubs. I thought that the 3 was a spade. Wow. Well, that's an all-in 3-bet. I don't know about that, but this time I have it's definitely going to fold that. Monte Cristo just really doesn't want to play ace-jack post-flop. Can't really blame her. I run into a lot of trouble with that hand, too. Not as much as 9s, but it's probably my second least favorite hand. Ace-queen, raise. This time I have it's just... Oh! Man, things are going terribly for this time I have it. Monte Cristo with a huge flop, top pair and queen high flush draw. This time I have it just with bottom pair, but it is a pair. For quarter pot, she might stick around. Or she might even get creative and check raise all in and pretend that she has a flush. No, so just make the call, though. Doesn't like it, but she'll see if she can double pair and, maybe catch up a little bit. Well, double pair or hit a 3, of course, even better. But that's a king. That's not going to work. Monte Cristo, I think, knows beyond any shadow of a doubt that she has the best hand. This time I have it's gotta lay this one down now. Yeah. Our 2 remaining girls going at it. The 2 remaining Americans are the short stacks. We have Russia first place and Bulgaria second place. This time I have it with a suited queen, just limps. How honest of a man is Putler? Sort of honest, doesn't go for the all-in. Well, this is going all in now. Flush draw versus middle pair with so little chips remaining. I might be jumping the gun a little bit. This isn't 2008. In 2008, this is an automatic all-in, but I'll go check, and that may keep the pot small. Let's see. Now, if she bets, she's not going to bet. But if you did bet, then if you're Putler, you're wondering, well, she's not going to have a full house because we probably would have heard from her on the flop. So my flush draw could still hit. Putler is going to bet, and this time I have it. We'll have an easier time calling because that ace makes it less likely that Putler has an ace. That 9 gives Putler some showdown value, so it should go check now. And that's good news for this time I have it. And this time she has 20 big blinds. Three big hands, though, four-handed. Let's see what happens here. This is beyond my prediction skills. Putler might just call. He might raise. I don't think he's going to fold. If he raises, then what does Monte Cristo want to do with King-Queen? He is going to raise. Monte Cristo with the King-Queen. Could fold, could call, could raise. He's going to fold. This time I have it. Probably going to go for the all-in, and Putler's probably going to go for the call then. You can just expect pre-flop action to be pretty severe when the blinds are as big as they are here. The two non-cowards are going at it, and no 8. This time I have it gone in 4th place. $1,548 for her. I would say that I'm throwing my support behind Putler now because he's the only non-coward left. But we already know that they're not going to do a chop anyway, so it's kind of pointless to be rooting for Putler. Still, he's the one who's just straight up not willing, so I gotta root for him. I can't help it. The other two are just begging for this guy to click the green button. I remember, at the final table, they can't throw poop at him for not doing it. They can't even call him a variance-loving jerkwad. Because there's no text chat whatsoever. Here's a flop. Middle pair for Monte Cristo. Bottom pair and a big flush draw for Putler. I agree with the check raise there. Monte Cristo, though, might still stay in this one. Of course, these are the two big stacks, so Toddler Tim's looking at them and saying, like, hey, you guys gonna keep doing that? Because I'm not gonna complain. No heart for Putler. So Monte Cristo's still ahead. Actually, I think Putler was ahead mathematically on the flop, but now it's Monte Cristo's ahead. There's only one card to come. Goes check, check. King will do. King will do. I think Putler's very happy with that run out. He's probably sizing up a good bet there. That might be a little too much. We can see that anyway, but maybe he was hoping that Monte Cristo had like a queen rag kind of hand. Queen rag might pay him off here. Wow, the 8 does pay him off. I didn't think an 8 would call that much, but we are three-handed. So nice play from Putler, and he does, in fact, take the lead. I also kind of have to root for Putler because it was Butler on San Diego State who hit the buzzer beater last night and got us into the finals. And Putler just gives me the image of like a Butler who plays a lot of golf in his spare time. I like that image. Real good board from Monte Cristo. Toddler Tim, honestly, might think he has a straight draw, but he doesn't. Sometimes I have to read the board twice to see whether or not I have a straight draw. Good discipline from Toddler Tim there. Yeah, anyone who names himself Toddler, you wouldn't expect to be so disciplined. Obvious raise with the jacks. Toddler Tim may play with the king 8. Oh, he's going to play all right. Just a misread on his part. I can't believe... Oh, he hit his king, but the jack is going to pretty much seal the deal here. Monte Cristo wins, and we're going to have a very even heads up here. Toddler Tim, well done. But just a bit of a misread there for Monte Cristo. Thought that maybe he could just get that all in through. And Monte Cristo was just messing around, but no. $2,032, though, off of an $86 buy-in. Not too shabby. And we have an ace off here. Butler is still not pressing the green button. Yeah. I want to believe that was a misread and not just overplaying King 8. He's probably watching, wondering where the heck that board was. Ace 3 suitable play. These guys suddenly have a lot of chips now. Look at this. 63 big blinds plays 66. Wait, hold on. Let's give him that pot. Okay. 71 big blinds plays 67 big blinds. Suddenly we have two very deep stacks. And yet you can see from the bottom of the screen that they're going to get this done in not too long of a time. It should just be a raise and take it. I see no good at trying to play 10-4. Even heads up. Butler does snap raise with the 10-6 though. And that gets it through. Oh. Pocket eights. Certainly Butler's not going anywhere now. Here comes a 3-bet, I would imagine. Yep. Quick 3-bet too. Butler plays very quickly. Win. Raise, call probably. Queen for Butler. Monte Cristo with some backdoors, but nothing to be excited about. Okay, that's an exciting card for Monte Cristo. Pair and a flush draw. That's basically the best card you could have asked for, and it still goes check, check. And the 5 gives Butler 2 pair, so probably look for a little squirrely value, and Monte Cristo will probably pay it off. We saw her pay off the... Oh, she's going to go for value! And I think you got a raise there, man. The way the hand played out, I think that's a raise, but, you know, he's heads up, and I can't even get past late reg, so... Fair enough. Monte Cristo with bottom pair. Make that second bottom pair. Butler now shows you what bottom pair looks like. But he's also got a straight draw. He likes the hand, as he probably should. That's pot. Good call by Monte Cristo, and the draw misses, so Butler's 2 is all he's got. Monte Cristo, I'm sure, will not bet the 7 here. Yeah. But she will take the pot. Suddenly we've got a completely different ball game now that both these guys have big stacks. Normally in heads up you want to play any 2 cards, but they actually have enough wiggle room now that they don't have to play any 2 cards. We're seeing that both of them are willing to fold to single raises here heads up. 6s could be a 3-bet. He's taking his time this time. Still pretty quick 3-bet, but he's probably wondering whether to just call or raise. He does raise and just pick it up. Queen 7's good enough for raise. 9-5 probably will hit them up. Could be a walk. Yeah, walk. Queen 3. 7-4. Yeah, this is what you can expect heads up. A lot of hands with just terrible cards. Honestly, I might have actually called with the 7-4. But I'm okay with a fold too. Oh. This seems to be a pattern. Monte Cristo picking up a decent hand to raise with on the button, and then Butler picking up a 3-betting hand on the big blind. You can play 8-5. I believe in you. Oh, but she doesn't believe in herself. Who would have guessed the girl who wants to do a chop doesn't believe in herself? Why do I get so much perverse pleasure out of throwing shade on people just because I want to do a money chop? I'm a bad person. Well, interesting flop here. Middle pair for Monte Cristo. Pair and gut shot for Putler. Make that a double gutter. That works too. We've seen Putler pick up draws and end up with two pair a lot. That's another pattern. And Monte Cristo's probably sick of that. Good fold there. You gotta play the king eight. You know, probably not all in, like, well, oh, she does 3-bet it. I thought maybe she would have just called. And didn't have to go all in there like Toddler Tim, but another king eight. And another pair of sixes. Big raise. That's 4x. Don't pull a Toddler Tim. Actually, she could and might get away with it. It'd be a flip. Oh, wow. She is going to go for it. Not an all-in, but a big raise. I mean, it was already a big raise. Just a call from Putler. And, boy, that's a flop that they're going to both be chewing themselves out. Putler checks. Oh! Putler hits the full house. Monte Cristo with the second nut flush draw. Oh, she's got to keep playing here, no? She's drawing dead, though. I think she's might be thinking she has just enough of a good price to call. Luckily for her, she misses. So when Putler jams here, she can get away from it. I don't think Putler's worried about her having a full house at this point. Yeah, he does go for the all-in. Monte Cristo just king high. Missed everything. She can get away from it, but, oh. I think she might be regretting bloating that pot pre-flop with the king 8 in the first place. Another ace off here. Raise. There's the all-in. Putler with the ace-jack's probably going to make the call here. And hearts. Needs one. Nope, no heart. Putler does pull it off. Well done indeed to Putler. Well done indeed to Monte Cristo, of course. But that's what you get for being a coward and wanting to do a money chop. I am vindictive. That's the word, right? I don't know. But seriously, the well played by Monte Cristo. A little bit conservative on her part, but she did what she needed to do and did not make a whole lot of mistakes there. I think the only real mistake was 3-betting with king 8 there, heads up. But that's about it. So that is going to do it from the next Moneymaker Game 4. I will see you with some of the high 5 games. I only marked off 4 of them that I actually am all that interested in. I want to actually play some of them because there's a lot of low budget options for me. So I'm only going to cover a few of them. And again, if they do a chop, I will renege on them. I am not covering a final table that ends with a chop. I just won't do it. But yeah, I'll see you relatively soon with some of that. I'll do my taxes first, though. But once I'm done with that, shouldn't take me too long because I don't have a job. Once I'm done with that, I will see you with some more ACR. Bye-bye.